Hey, State Representative David Wilkerson here. Day 5 of the special session at the Georgia State Capitol. We are in recess now until 12 o'clock. When we go back, we will find out what the Senate did with the QR code bill. That is where, if we don't do something now, the QR code that's used on ballots will be no longer valid for any election starting July 1st. So there's an attempt to push that date back. We do have some problems with the bill because what it does is require a hand count if the election is within 0.25% or 0.5% for the top two races. So we'll see what the Senate does when they get it. And hopefully the Senate will not do what the Senate normally does and they'll just pass the bill and we can go home and be done, or actually take that hand count part out because it will probably cause some issues because, as we know, hand counts are not that reliable. So anyway, what we also did was defeat a bunch of sales tax increase measures. If you look across the state, out of 159 counties, 28 of those counties have a 9% sales tax rate, which is the highest you can go by state law. 24 of those are Republican counties. So why do Republicans want to keep raising sales taxes? You have to ask them. If they want property tax relief, do what we have done in metro counties and across the state. We've passed homestead relief just by giving homestead relief. So for example, if you live in Cobb County, you pay no school tax at the age of 62. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Or we have a floating homestead exemption. So it's pretty much frozen. And the only way county and cities can raise taxes is by increasing the millage rate and making sure there's public hearings. So again, we don't need a new sales tax because if you give government a new way to tax you, they will. And they're not going to tax you to bring in less revenue, but they're going to tax you to bring in more revenue. The good news is that on your tax bill this fall, you will see a tax credit because of Democratic leadership. Back in the late 90s, we passed what's called the HTRG grant, and that allows the state to fund property tax relief. And we did that this year. So hopefully when you get your tax bill, you'll take a look at it, and when you get to the end, you'll see a credit on there, and some will be up to $500 per household. So you are getting tax relief, but let's do it the right way. Let's give tax relief without creating a new tax. We'll talk to you soon, and I'm going to get back in there to finish out, hopefully, the last day of the special session of 2026. Thank you.